Did you know that nearly half of pregnancies are unplanned? That's a lot to think about, right? But if you're planning on starting a family, there are some key things you need to consider first. Getting ready for pregnancy isn't just about deciding when to start trying. It's about making sure you're prepared in every way possible. There's a lot of excitement when it comes to thinking about having a baby, but with that excitement comes the need for planning and preparation. Whether you're just starting to think about it or are already actively trying, having the right information at your fingertips can make the whole process much smoother. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 essential things you need to know before planning a pregnancy. These things will help guide you as you start this journey, making sure that you're not only physically ready but mentally and emotionally prepared as well. Planning for a pregnancy might seem overwhelming at first, but once you break it down into steps, it becomes much more manageable. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what to expect and how to prepare yourself for one of the most exciting and important moments of your life. It's common for couples to face challenges and uncertainties when they begin thinking about having a baby. There are so many unknowns, and it's normal to have questions. Sometimes these questions don't have easy answers. Things like, am I healthy enough to get pregnant? Or can we afford to have a baby? Can feel overwhelming. That's why it's important to address these concerns early on, so that you can feel more confident and prepared when the time comes. Planning for a pregnancy is about more than just getting excited. It's about making sure that you've thought everything through and are ready for whatever comes your way. The first thing to consider is your health. Preconception. Health is all about making sure you're in the best shape possible before you even start trying to get pregnant. This means scheduling a checkup with your doctor and talking about your overall health, any conditions you might have, and any medications you're taking. It's important to be proactive about your health because it can affect not only your chances of getting pregnant, but also the health of your future baby. Your doctor may recommend some simple lifestyle changes, like adjusting your diet or exercise routine, that can make a big difference in the long run. Another important consideration is financial planning. Babies are wonderful, but they can also be expensive. From prenatal care to baby clothes and diapers, the costs can add up quickly. It's helpful to take a close look at your finances and make a budget that includes baby-related expenses. You don't need to have everything figured out right away, but having a general idea of what to expect can ease some of the financial stress. Think about whether you have health insurance that will cover prenatal care and delivery, and consider setting aside some money in advance for things like maternity leave or unexpected expenses. Emotional readiness is another crucial part of the equation. Having a baby is a huge life change, and it's important to make sure that you and your partner are both emotionally prepared for what's to come. This means having open and honest conversations about your expectations, your hopes, and even your fears. Are you both on the same page when it comes to wanting a baby? Have you thought about how your lives might change after the baby is born? Being emotionally prepared can make the transition into parenthood much smoother and help strengthen your relationship as you take on this new challenge together. Lifestyle changes are something else to think about. The way you live your life now can have a big impact on your pregnancy journey. For example, if you smoke or drink alcohol, it might be time to think about cutting back or quitting altogether. Eating a balanced diet, staying active, and managing stress can also contribute to a healthier pregnancy. These aren't things you need to change overnight, but taking small steps now can help you feel more prepared and ready when the time comes. Plus, these habits will benefit not only you, but your future baby as well. One of the last things to consider is understanding ovulation and your menstrual cycle. Knowing when you're most fertile can make the process of trying to conceive a little bit easier. If you're not already familiar with how to track your cycle, there are plenty of resources and tools that can help. By understanding your body's natural rhythm, you can increase your chances of getting pregnant when you're ready. It might seem complicated at first, but once you get the hang of it, it becomes second nature. So, what does all this mean for you? Combining these elements, your health, finances, emotional readiness, lifestyle changes, and understanding of ovulation will really help set you up for a successful and smooth journey into parenthood. It's not just about the moment of conception, it's about everything that leads up to it and everything that comes after. By taking the time to think about these things now, you're giving yourself and your future baby the best possible start. The most important takeaway here is that being proactive and thinking ahead can make all the difference. Planning a pregnancy is about more than just the physical aspect of getting pregnant. It's about preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and financially for the exciting and sometimes challenging journey that lies ahead. Taking the time now to focus on these areas will help you feel more confident and less overwhelmed when the time comes to start your family. Once you've thought about these key areas, it's time to start taking action. Maybe that means scheduling a doctor's appointment to talk about your health, having a conversation with your partner about your hopes and expectations, or starting to set aside money for baby-related expenses. Whatever it is, each small step you take is bringing you closer to your goal. And remember, you don't have to do it all at once. Take your time, ask for help when you need it, and know that every bit of preparation you do now will pay off in the long run. It's also important to keep in mind that everyone's journey to parenthood is different. What works for one couple might not work for another, and that's okay. This is your journey, and it's important to do what feels right for you and your family. There's no one right way to plan for a pregnancy, and there's no rush to get everything perfect. What matters most is that you're taking the time to think about what's important to you and making choices that support your health and happiness. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've talked about. Planning a pregnancy is an exciting time, but it's also one that requires thought and preparation. By focusing on your health, your finances, your emotional readiness, your lifestyle, and your understanding of ovulation, you're giving yourself the best chance for success. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being prepared. And by taking these steps now, you're setting yourself up for a smoother and more confident journey into parenthood. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to take the next step in your journey by continuing to learn and explore. Whether it's reading more about family planning, talking to other parents, or simply taking time to reflect on your own readiness, every bit of knowledge helps. And don't forget, this is your journey. Embrace it, enjoy it, and take pride in the fact that you're making informed and thoughtful decisions for yourself and your future family. Before we wrap things up, I'd love to hear from you. What are your thoughts on family planning? Have you started preparing, or are you just beginning to think about it? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story and continue the conversation. And if you're looking for more tips and advice on pregnancy, parenting, and health, make sure to check out my other videos. We're all in this together, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.